My name's Dudit, so I do builds and stuff, and today I've got an absolutely insane void combo to show you. I'm talking about the Foetracer and Leviathan's Breath. Look at the state of that, absolutely crazy. 1 banging and 2 banging champions with ease. It's a relatively easy setup to do, you don't really need to do much. The main part of the build is all around the Foetracer, but we've added some extra stuff to that, like monochromatic maestro, Leviathan's Breath, just to do some serious damage like this. Stay tuned, I'm going to break it down. The first part of the build is around the reworked Foetracer. Damaging a powerful combatant or a guardian with an ability grants you a temporary bonus to weapon damage matching your subclass type. We're on void, so we're going to be using void weapons. It's a 25% damage increase, and then whenever you defeat that target with a weapon matching a damage type of your subclass, it creates an elemental pickup. In this case, it's going to be a void breach, but if you pair that with Leviathan's Breath, it absolutely shreds this bow. We know how hard this really hits. Just these two alone just does so much damage. It is absolutely humongous, colossal, explosive damage. It's absolutely massive. Look at the state of that against Carl. Takes half his health for one shot. But if we had the Foetracer damaging something with one of our abilities, i.e. vortex grenade, something like that, we're going to get an instant 25% damage increase. And then for this season, we've actually got monochromatic maestro, dealing elemental ability damage increases matching weapon damage, and elemental weapon damage also increases our ability damage by 10%. So we're going to get a 10% extra damage on that. And if you pair that on the void subclass with echo of undermining, we are also going to get a 15% debuff. So we're going to proc the Foetracer and the monochromatic maestro off 1 grenade and the echo of undermining. Crazy stuff. A couple of aspects I like to run on this just to get these out of the way. Vanishing step, dodging makes you invisible. Too good for a hunter not to use. And then trapper's ambush. Activate your quick fall, that does the shatter dive, and that also weakens. That also counts as an ability, obviously, and you can also throw your snare bomb. So we've got the vortex grenade and the trapper's ambush. 2 ways to proc the Foetracer and the monochromatic maestro. So we've got 2 solid ways to proc the instant at a 25% damage increase, plus the 10% damage increase from monochromatic maestro. And this is the things you can do with it once you've got it set up. Hit him with a vortex grenade, get your Leviathan's Breath going, you've got all that damage going. Look at the state of that. Easy days, he didn't even get a chance to put his barrier up. GM level enemies, it's pretty much the same. Very, I couldn't tell hardly any difference at all, whether it being a 1840 or a GM. You still do some absolutely humongous damage to these champions, and it absolutely shreds them. So you've always pretty much got a vortex grenade when you need it, but on the hunter, as we know, whenever you dodge near an enemy, if you've got the right dodge on, you can always have a smoke bomb as well. So you've literally got an instant, constant, and an instant supply of weakening effects, whether you throw your snare bomb, your vortex grenade, or you use your trapper's ambush onto them enemies. You've got loads of different ways to keep that Foetracer and monochromatic maestro procced. Really good, and obviously Leviathan's Breath has got inbuilt unstoppable capabilities in there as well, so that's just another string to the bow, no pun intended, but it's absolutely crazy. And for Lost Sector champions, things like that, it just makes things so much easier. You don't really have to mess around, just hit him with a grenade or a smoke bomb, and you're looking at 2 or 3 shots and he's out of there, gone, job done. Why I like to run void with Foetracer is because of the bottom part as well, which is really nice. Defeating a target with a weapon matching the damage type of your subclass creates an elemental pickup. It's a void breach, and because we're running Echo of Starvation, picking up a void breach is going to give us devour. So you're going to get devour, echo of undermining, which we've already gone through. Your void grenades weaken targets, another way to weaken, and then we've got echo of remnants to make my vortex grenade last a little bit longer. I found that one really good. And then on top of that, the last one I run is Echo of Obscurity. Finish your final blows, grant you invisibility. So whenever you defeat a target like so, with a void weapon, you're going to get that little void breach, which is going to proc your devour. So all in all, it's a really nice, really good for team play as well. All round good solid build. Now I did try this on Solar. Solar is really good, but I think, in my opinion, void Foetracer builds pretty much have everything, because you've got a lot of weakening effects. Your invisibility, I find it a little bit more of a safer sort of build than Solar, unless you really spec into some serious healing with the hunter. Like I said, I just prefer void for Foetracer. But that's the video. All I'm going to do is go over my mods now, because with Foetracer you don't have to stack into weapon surges, as they do not stack, but we could stack into things like innovation, reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up a node. You can even take advantage of Void Scavenger. Stacks on stacks. We'll go into why I run that on my legs as well in a moment. I do actually stack grenade recharge with this as well. So on my class item, I like to run a double bomber so I can consistently keep my vortex grenade up longer. Reaper, every time I use my class ability, you're going to spawn an orb with your next weapon kill. On your chest piece, you can run whatever you want. Concussive dampener, arc, void, solar resists, whatever the activity is at the time. On my arms, this is why I run stacks on stacks because of grenade kickstart. Whenever you use your grenade, you're going to get big chunks of your grenade energy back. Bolstering detonation, I run 2 of them. They're causing damage with a grenade, reduces my class ability cooldown. And on my helmet, a harmonic siphon, and then double heavy ammo finder, just so you can keep a nice supply for your Leviathan's breath. There's loads of other weapons to pair with this build as well. I think Leviathan's breath is absolutely crazy, too good not to run, but you've also got other Void legendary weapons like Void shotguns, Void hand cannons, things like that to also pair with it. So that's the build. I'll leave it all playing out. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.